Hi guys, Blake and Talon here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Wednesday, July the 7th, and we are going to do the one cast for you today. Another beautiful evening here on Taneycomo. I'd say it's roughly about 80 degrees right now on the water. Partly cloudy skies. This morning all the way up until about 2 this afternoon they had just a little bit over 1 unit running. It was perfect water. But then they cranked it all the way up to 4 units, and they're going to be running this 4 units until 8 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock they're going to be dropping it back down to that little bit over 1 unit flow. So these fish should be nice and aggravated right now, going from 1 unit to 4 unit. Today we are going to start here at Andy Williams Flat. We're going to fish this inside edge all the way down to the narrows. I'm going to be starting off with a 16th ounce sculpin and ginger jig with a sculpin head, and you are using
16th ounce sculpin.
16th ounce sculpin and peach with a sculpin head. So subtle differences here. I'm going to take us off spot lock. Oh my, here we go. I'll have to call you back in a little bit, Mom.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Okay. Let's see, fishing reports for today. We had a couple gentlemen come and rent a John boat from us today, and they said they fished the inside edge. Oh, there's a fish. They said they fished the inside edge from Fall Creek, across from Fall Creek's dock, down to like Short Creek area, and they were dragging night crawlers, and they said that, well, they came back with their limits and had some nice fish, so I'd say that was working pretty well. There's a fish on the first cast. Nice, pretty little rainbow. Got an interesting spot pattern there. Anyway, so they said that the night crawler bite for them was pretty good. Let's see. Dwayne said they started off this morning on jerk baits, and they said the jerkbait bite was fair for the first 45 minutes or so, and then he said they switched over to drifting scuds under an indicator. And he said the scud bite was really good this morning with that 1 unit flow. Had a few people go downstream and said that they didn't catch a whole lot. And I was on closing shift today, so I didn't get to hear from many of the other guides this morning. They had already came and gone by the time I got to work. But as far as I understand, this morning with the 1 unit flow was pretty good fishing. Last night was pretty eventful. Dwayne came out with a new signature series pattern for night fishing called the Darth Maul. And let's see, he had a trip last night. Blake Harris was out there with him with his own trip. There was another group of friends that had a few of Dwayne's Darth Maul lures, and between the 3 boats they landed 17 trophy rainbows in one night. So that's pretty impressive. I'd say the new pattern is a success. So the night bite is still real good, and you don't have to be on a boat to do that. You can go wade up at the dam and swing those jerk baits out in the current back to you. So I picked this inside edge today because number one, the water is moving slower over here, slow enough to throw something like a 16th or a 3/32 instead of the 1/8 ounce that we would need to use if we were fishing the main current. What happens a lot is when that water does crank up like that, those fish will come over here and find these slower parts of the water to hang out in. And this side has always been really good for me whenever the water's running fast. Don't get too close to that edge, it's just grass underneath there. See, I'm using, I don't even know if I said it, I'm using 2-pound tests today. Is that what you got on your rod, Talon? He's using 2-pound as well. In this 4 units of water, it's not such a big deal whether you have 2 or 4 pound on, but if you're going to get out here and fish in the morning the next day, when they're running that 1 unit, then you definitely would prefer the 2-pound over the 4-pound. So it doesn't hurt anything to be fishing with 2-pound in this fast water. You just got to know that you're going to have to play that fish a little longer, a little more tension on the line. Another thing that we could have done was we could have sat with the spot lock on in that eddy there behind Andy Williams' house. And sometimes, you know, when the water turns up, they'll get in those eddies and they'll school up pretty heavy, and you can fish those eddies for a while and catch fish. Another way I do really good drifting down this side is drifting this shallow side and turning around and casting out towards the channel. If I was going to do that right now, though, I would need to upsize to an 1/8 ounce jig. Oh, he took it and started. I'm gonna say he took it and started running directly upstream with it, and he chased it all the way back to the boat. Oh, I saw him do it again. Alright, they're definitely chasing a little bit here. Right now we are just about dead even with the Point Royale golf course. This is the shallowest part of the flat right here. With 4 units running, really nothing to be concerned about, but if the water was running kind of like it was this morning, this would definitely be an area where you wanted your motor trimmed up and even your trolling motor set a little higher to successfully drift over. They're definitely hitting it on the drop. I'm letting it pause a little longer. That 16th ounce is still sinking a little slow, but it's not very deep here either. So there's another one. That one looks almost identical to the one I caught earlier. Even got the same like missing spots right there on the back. Maybe they're brothers. Alright, come on now. Hey now. Hey now. Let's just cooperate for a second. If you're fishing with friends, it's kind of fun to put on these just slightly different colors and see which one seems to be working better. I know sometimes that doesn't make a difference and sometimes the fish don't care, but I have had days out here where the difference between catching more fish was all the same stuff except, you know, ginger instead of peach or vice versa, or brown head instead of a sculpin head. Sometimes they are just that picky. Oh, there he was again. Really letting it sink. What are you doing, Talon? Oh, Talon's had enough. He's switching to the sculpin and ginger. Let me see it.
Sculpin ginger in it.
That looks more peachish to me. That looks more, that one in your right hand looks more gingery. If you are fishing out here in this, when they're generating the 4 units, I can say it's good to try to get your jig as close to the bottom as possible, because they set on the bottom where they don't have to work quite as hard to idle in place. Oh, dang it. Those life jackets have a perfect little lip on that strap.
Oh, no.
I almost get caught every time I walk past it too. Get off of there. There's a big tree log right there.
Mm-hmm.
Found the bottom that time. We're currently in front of the big brown house. The water here in front of the brown house has like a nice little swirling pocket here and then one right on the opposite side. And this can be, both of those pockets are a little deeper and they're good spots to cast into. You don't see a whole lot of people fishing specifically this part of the lake right here. Or at least not this close into the bank. Oh! Got him? Alright, Talon's on the board. He's probably got a monster though.
It's a better one.
Got a decent fish on there, bud?
Yeah. Oh, he's running right at me, but it is.
Is he?
Yeah.
You let me know what I need to do.
Down two, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna chase another fish today?
There you go, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna run out of line, are you? Well, me and Talon were talking today. He caught a big fish the first time I took him out, and then the second time we went out, I caught a big fish.
Oh man, he's that way.
So he said it was his turn today. I don't think he may not have been wrong.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, here we go. Did you lose him? Did he break off?
No.
Oh. All right. Well, we don't get to see how big that one was, but it was definitely doing circles around the boat. Do what? Darn it.
It was probably 5 or 6.
definitely working. He was working like kind of like a brown.
I mean, he's just fat. He looked like that. Not just because he was fat, but I thought I saw big spots on him.
He was definitely doing everything he could to take tension out of that line. You know, another spot that gets overlooked a lot. It's right here. It's kind of about what the beginning of the Narrows would be, but it's all the way over here against the apartment buildings. Whenever the water gets up this high, there's a little peninsula back there. I think we're going to try to get in close enough to fish it a little bit. But you can really only get to it when the water's this high, unless you travel right up the rock bank there.
Here's the thing though, have me and you ever not hooked a big one while we did the one cast together? Just think about it.
So right in that little eddy back there, there might be some fish stowed away. Oh, there was a hit. That was a good hit.
I really do think so.
There are some fish back in there. Whoa, he threw the jig right at my face.
I really am thinking he got that hook loose and ran right at me.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Because he was all the way out here and I had to reel.
that fish was literally doing every trick in the book to try to put tension or take tension out of that line. There's another one. Man, that's a spot lock right here. There are some fish stacked up back there, and that's not a bad trout. See if I can get him to the boat before the spot lock takes off.
You gonna get him?
Yeah. Once that spot lock grabs, it really puts a lot of current. Oh, that's a pretty rainbow. Here, set him down. Set him right there on the water. Yeah, this one's got a real sunrise yellow belly, clearly lightly spotted, and really active still. Oh my gosh, hold still, buddy. Oh, look at that one. Beautiful colors. So this is just another one of those spots, and I don't even fish it very often, but if the water's running this high and you got spots where the water swirls or slows down that maybe don't even normally have enough water in them to fish, there's definitely spots to try out when the water's running hard. I'm gonna go back to controlling it manually. Do you have a chaser?
34 pounds.
And so I'm slowing the boat down really significantly right now with the trolling motor. And so what you do then is you cast way upstream and let that bait swing past you. I caught a rockfish that time.
There was a tree right there in the water.
Is there?
Yeah.
Alright, I caught a tree fish that time.
3 pounder.
Tree pounder. Well, I think we might call it a day there. So we thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook, and we will get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.